Melissa Lee.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to first of all thank the member who just sat down for the admission that she's actually made, saying that Labor actually got it wrong in Section 92A. I rise to support this bill through the second reading, sir, but recognise that she called herself a Pollyanna, and I think a Green member actually called himself a geek. I won't actually go as far as that, but I will actually follow in their footsteps and actually call myself a creative, so put myself in a little box like they have. Just to answer or address the comment that the opposition member just said in regards to the admission of Labor having got Section 92A wrong, and went on to say that we should also do so. I'm just a little bit confused as to why we should actually do that. This national government is actually trying to fix, because this national government is actually trying to fix a problem that was created and caused by Labor, and the blackout week New Zealand was a result of the Labor bill, Labor law. This national government decided not to enact it because there was an outcry over Section 92A. We went to the public for consultation, and this bill is the actual result, the outcome of the consultation process, the first reading and select committee process, which I have to say was actually quite long. And I appreciate the opposition for supporting this bill, because personally, I also struggled with this issue, because having actually come from the creative sector, I see the benefit in both sides of the argument. I do know that there are some brand new creatives out there, both singers, movie makers, who struggle to get notice and often put their creative movies or music online, and it goes viral and end up getting noticed. And that's not quite the file sharing that we're actually talking about here. But just hear me out. The Korean movie industry, the huge Korean wave, which earns billions of dollars, came about as a result of viral file sharing, copyright infringement in other countries like China, where people downloaded movies, copied DVDs, and now it's become a humongous industry which makes a lot of money for Korea. Even in New Zealand, I do know that there was a Chinese students group who put their drama online because they could not get anybody to actually make it, and they virally spread the news, and they were so successful that it was actually picked up by a channel, and it even went to China. So I see the benefit in promoting these creatives online and possibly supporting the file sharing issue. But the industry actually needs protection. Having actually come from the sector, I don't know how many other people on the other side actually have had the same experience, but I mean, as a fledgling screenwriter, I know how long it actually takes to develop an idea and come up with a script. And for that script to actually go to a producer and potentially get funding to be made, it costs time and a lot of money to fruition. And for that movie or that piece of music to be copied. And we're not talking, I know that Steve Chatwick actually talked about the copyright issue. The piracy issue is big, but that is already protected. But this whole copyright file sharing issue isn't actually done unintentionally. It's done intentionally because we have something called the internet. The development of fast internet means that we have a major problem on our hands because they download the software to share with their friends. It's not like I go and buy a DVD and give it to Steve Chatwick, let's say, and I'm sharing the DVD. I can purchase a video and I can share with a friend, or buy a piece of music and I can share with a friend. That's quite different to this. This is about people intentionally going to something like torrent and downloading the file sharing software, intentionally knowing that they are going to infringe copyright. Katrina Shanks talked about literal boxes on the table to actually understand how this actually worked. Even though I worked in television, even though I actually worked in the film industry, I had no idea about how this peer file sharing thing actually worked. I mean, I'm sort of in that generation as well. So I had to actually learn what this was about. And it is incredible how they do it. They download the software and they put it out. There's internet chat about it. Young girls or young boys, teenagers, I'm not blaming the teenagers, mind you, basically put up on a chat site. Anyone know how to download the latest movie? I won't mention what it is. But they start a chat line. They actually help each other download these movies that are not even released here in New Zealand. And so they're breaching copyright, and they do it through this internet file sharing, which is illegal. And I'm very pleased that we've actually had to deal with this, because apart from helping us understand what this is all about, we in turn will be able to monitor our children and our family from actually not breaking the rules. This is actually, as I said, very, very different to getting a DVD and sharing it with a friend. And I think it was the Maori party member who actually talked about how the recording industry has actually lost a lot of money. I know for a fact that from 2004 to 2009, the income that the recording industry has actually derived from the sales has actually halved. And that is through file sharing. That is through illegal copies being out there, shared among friends and all that. And with the advent of the internet going faster, with broadband becoming more available, and that means movie industries also in major trouble. I support this bill, sir, and I look forward to the committee stages as this debate continues. Thank you.
Raymond Ho.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to take a call on the second reading of the Copyright Infringing File Sharing Amendment Bill. Before I start, I wish to acknowledge the great efforts